Hello. Life is a gift. If you are receptive to that knowledge that life is a gift, you become more accommodating and perhaps you even make better use of the chances that come your way each minute of the day. Life is a gift. If you indeed acknowledge that it is, you are even in a better place to be good to one another. Life is a gift. If you are receptive to that fact, it also means that how you live, where you live, what you do when you live is important to you. Good morning and thank you for joining us. It's another Wednesday, midweek for a working week, and we will come your way this morning with AM Business. It's always brought to you by EcoBank, the Pan-African Bank. Today, our Joy Business team member, Odilia Intiamwa,
globally
is looking
about
at how much people spend just to have a child in Ghana and elsewhere across the sub-region. How much is it going to cost you to have a child, look after that child, etc.? What are the trepidations of parents as you're having children? Quite interesting. Make sure that you join us for that. Not to have a child and the cost implications. Also on the show, we'll be having a conversation with the Interior Minister. It's a deep, thoughtful and insightful conversation Kojo Yankson had with Ambrose Derry on the state of security in Ghana. Well, we're also going to have a chronology of events of lawlessness from unscrupulous people, police assaulting citizens, for example, or, on the other hand, increased kidnappings and violent activities of party militias, just to mention some of the few points that he touched on. And so please make sure that you're always consistent with the timing, as your channel is always here. And you won't believe this. We know that many of you across the country may be facing intermittent power outages. But just look at the people or residents of Kokrobite. They have quite a weird or a very surreal experience of how they've been without power for about 3 weeks now. And it's all because one man or a citizen of the area decided to brutalize a staff of PDS, the former ECG. And as a result of that, the PDS are giving the excuse that they are afraid to enter Kokrobite and get the problems or the faults that they have in the area rectified to get their lights back. It's an interesting scenario, isn't it? So we'll also take a look at that as well. But you may, if you keep monitoring the news, know that after close to 20 years in Parliament, Ghana's legislature has finally passed the Right to Information Bill. It happened late yesterday, and it's now awaiting presidential assent, from which it will become an acting law. The RTI law will provide citizens the right to demand information held by the public and some private institutions, subject to exemptions that are necessary and which are also consistent with the protection of public interest. Let me just run this by you. It's not only for us journalists, but also for you, the ordinary citizen of our country. The RTI law is also for you. So, for example, you can go to your district assembly or municipal assembly and demand information on why the gutter that is in front of your house has not been done, even though you've been told by the DCE that the contract has been awarded. So we'll have some great interesting discussions on that. But please, we'll bring you the latest motivational message, the latest sports updates, and we'll explore what's on the front and back pages of the newspapers. Also, don't worry, we'll bring you the latest on how you can care for your eye, and it's by kind courtesy of Dr. Agawang's Eye Hospital. It's just located down the road at Tesano Junction, and we'll continue our daily tips on how to ensure that you protect that part of your body that makes you see quite well.